Tired of sweeping, scrubbing, and mopping floors. Looking at my check, shaking my head like and shit's waiting tables and shit's waiting tables and shit. Why the heck I'm still waiting tables and waiting tables and shit's waiting tables and shit. Why the heck I'm still waiting tables?
What about
Or
now?
take the camera isn't
Camera,
on.
camera.
There's no sound. It's just me.
Yeah, so shake the mic up. Like that. Just right.
Or
Yeah.
take
Oh, we can hear you now.
Now we can hear.
Now you can. Now you can.
There you go. You got us now, right?
Oh man, so that whole spill I gave, nobody heard.
I know. So we gotta go through the whole spiel.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you,
good. Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
mother. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Take it for the top.
Okay, back from the top again.
Well, hello to all of our viewers. Legacy Builders is here for another night of romance and finance. Today's topic, we're talking about living a double life, which this topic is kind of broad because we're gonna segue into other topics as well. But yeah, living a double life. And we wanted to get your opinions. Please make sure you comment. If you would like to join in on the live, just ask. We can invite you on so the viewers can also see what your opinions are, and you get to be the star of the show. Also, We want to make sure that you are, if you're watching the replay, please type replay so that we know that you saw this, and that you comment and let us know what your opinion is, because we want to keep doing this for everybody every single week, and we would love your participation. Okay, double life. We were just defining what a double life is. And so Rashidi was starting off by telling us what he feels like a double life is.
Yeah, so a double life is essentially someone living a life that the other person that they're interacting with does not know. Meaning that if you're dating one person or dating multiple people, they think you live one way, but you live in another way when you're not with them. So that's my definition of double life.
Okay. You okay?
I think that is the definition of double life, in my opinion. Honestly, you know, your one world gets split between two different people. Hence, your person A and person B see you as two different people because you are living two different complete lives. Hence, double life.
Right.
You might be giving the same type of energy to both women.
Mm-hmm.
You may like really care for them or like them differently, but you're sharing that. You're sharing that time. You're sharing that effort. And it's not going to be 50-50. Time just don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still giving the attention to both women that they desire or they deserve or they want. And I think that when it comes to living a double life, I feel like men, we want to do it better. I don't think men are as sneaky as women. So I think women would be better living a double life. I just think that us men, we exercise it more because we're like more of the control as far as like the disciplinary, the leader. So we control things as far as the navigation of how things run. So we exercise that more. But because men were simple creatures, most of us are not that good at it, living the double life.
Yeah.
That's why most men get caught.
Yeah. I think y'all just learning to change the name in the phone. I think men just learned that.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I see my people's coming in on Facebook.
What's up, everybody?
And once
All
again,
right.
comment, jokes,
Yeah.
we want to see them.
And
man.
if you're just joining, we're talking about living a double life. So
Yeah.
chime in the comments. Just let us know your opinion on it.
Yeah.
I will say that I'm glad that Kay said men, women. Because even though Rod just said he think women do it more than men, I beg to differ. I think men do it more than women.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kay just said. So I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you said is true. I think that men have more of an opportunity to do it than a woman.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about
that.
What? I wouldn't go that far and say that. No. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't go that far and say that. No. Why? Honestly, think about it. I think how many times women get talked to every single day?
Exactly.
Like
all day,
every day.
Okay.
So the opportunity, the option, by 20, by 30, by 50 is always going to be more on y'all. Y'all just may not like the options that y'all may have, but y'all always going to have more options than the man.
Exactly.
So the opportunity to live that double life is going to be there for y'all more.
Exactly.
Now, the question, if
It's a
y'all take
numbers
advantage of it, it's a numbers game. If y'all take advantage of it, that's really up to y'all. But you guys actually, it's truly in y'all court, to be honest with you. And
to your point, matter of fact, when you ask y'all ladies, I always hear ladies talking about, oh yeah, I got a dude that takes me out to dinner. I got a dude that comes over and fix stuff. Who's really living a double life?
Right.
Y'all got all those people on the roster because y'all have more guys reaching out to y'all and trying to get with y'all than guys. Hence, that's why you guys have more of an option at the end of the day, and you guys live more of a double life. Because let me ask you, bro, on a serious note, when you guys go outside, how many times do you get hollered at or somebody try to talk to y'all?
I don't get hollered at.
Never. Okay, all right.
Stop it, Bob.
There we go. Stop
it.
First of
Yeah,
all,
right.
this is what I will say.
I don't believe it.
This is what I will say. I will say that it's probably harder for y'all to live the double life because you have to be able to afford it.
Correct.
And
100%.
because, period. Like, because like you said, we have a guy to take us out to dinner. I don't, guys. I'm married. So let's
Very good. Very good. Throw that out there. Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Yeah. He don't even have Facebook, but I just want to make it clear. Okay?
But go ahead.
So yeah, we have a guy that's taking us out to eat or going out to dinner. We have a guy that's probably dating. A guy that's probably paying your phone bill. A guy that's probably paying your rent. Somebody's paying the car. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be like sleeping with them or anything.
Oh, but we didn't say nothing about sleeping with them.
Okay. So you're not living a double life.
What? We didn't say are you having sex with everybody while you living your double life. We just said you're living a double life.
So what are y'all doing?
In a general sense, right? In a general sense, right? If you're living one life, right? You're living one life with that person, right? With your family, whoever that may be. But once you take that opportunity and go out, or that lunch, or engage in anything outside of your original life, by definition, that is considered a double life. Now, it should take more consistency for it to be considered it. But once you start that, you're technically engaged in that now. Right. Now you're doing more. Yeah. Here's the reason why. Because if you got your man, you got your person, right? If that man walks by and sees you out having lunch with that next person, is that going to be okay? And if it's not, that's the double life right there. That's it.
You're sneaking.
Yeah.
You're sneaking. Okay, so we were. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, do we have any comments on on Facebook? Anybody comments thinking? What do you think? Do you feel like women or men live more of a double life? So I know I have one here. Thank you, AJ, for tuning in. Have Dominique, we have Luz, Iris.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
what's going on, guys?
For joining.
Just, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah,
and y'all could just Shandrika just joined. Hi. Thank you for joining. We're talking about living a double life. Do men or women live more of a double life? You guys can chime in whenever you want. I guess we can just kind of segue into the topic that we were going to talk about.
Right. So originally we saw a video where a girlfriend was mad at her boyfriend because he paid his baby mother's rent for the month. Right. She's like, we can't afford to pay her rent. And his stance on it was, well, this is my child, and I'm going to make sure that my child is in the best environment. So if he needs a place to stay, I'm going to help her pay her rent. And so what do you guys feel about that? Do you think that it's okay if your boyfriend or significant other or girlfriend pays her baby mother or baby father's rent or helps them more financially outside of the child?
No, that's crazy. What? That's ridiculous. What? Ain't no way.
So why is there no way? That's your child, and you have to make sure your child is living in the best environment. You don't want him to be put out on the street, because if he put out on the street, he's gonna have to come and live with you and the girlfriend.
Well, the bigger issue is that mother in that situation, is she fit to be a parent? If she's getting put out on the street.
God, Rob.
Rob.
See, no. When you're dating her and y'all happen to have a kid,
listen. I'm not saying you can't help out, but to your point, in that particular situation, you're asking another man in a situation that has a woman, how is that going to go over that I'm taking care of my baby mother because she can't handle responsibilities? I'm not saying you can't help out for like a month or something, a little something. After that, no way. At that point, if I'm stable, that child needs to come with me. That's the reality. But it's uncomfortable for me because no one wants to hear that they can't take care of their child because they're the nurturer. And that's the real problem, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and you should want your child to be with the mother to be nurtured. And so I don't see a problem with helping her out if you can afford to help her.
The baby's not two, they don't need breast milk no more. I'm just saying.
Yo.
I'm just saying.
Listen, first of all, when you first have a child, basically, you are
Uh-huh.
basically agreeing and making a partnership that this is going to be a lifelong
Oh,
situation.
yeah, absolutely.
Right? You guys have agreed to bring in a human being into this world,
Mhm.
and you have to take care from the rest of your life. Now, I think that that's a partnership, and I think sometimes in life things happen, unexpected things happen, and you're supposed to help that person out. Like nobody knew that y'all was going to break up, or you didn't plan for that to happen.
Right, right.
So I do feel like it is your responsibility to make sure that that child is being brought up in a whole a household that is whole, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't disagree with helping.
I'm not
saying
right.
that.
I'm not saying
just
enable.
saying in that particular video, he was paying her bills to live.
Yeah.
Like you can only do that for maybe a month or so until she gets on her feet. At that point, that's the whole purpose of understanding the situation. It takes a village to raise a child.
That's right.
So that means her as an adult. Does she have family? Why is she not moving in with family?
Right.
What is she doing to exercise these things?
Right.
And if she's not exercising those things, then it's like, no, she's unfit. Now, if she happens to have nobody, which is very rare, but it does happen,
It happens.
that's a different story.
Right.
And we got to come up with a game plan.
Right.
But it can't be an extended period of time. It could be maybe a month or two. That's about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if she lost her job, she has unemployment. So you can help out a little bit. But like again, for a month or two until she gets back on her feet. But again, if she has family or other type of stuff and she's not exercising that, she's not making the right decisions for your child. So you as the other parent have the right at that time to take over. And that's the part nobody really talks about because it's uncomfortable.
It is, but I think that it's a situation where as long as you're communicating and y'all have an open communication, especially I'm talking about with your girlfriend, I think she should be more than understanding, especially as a woman. She should be more than understanding of where your baby mother is coming from. And I think as long as you're honest, open and honest with her, but like, hey, this has nothing else to do with like anything sexually or anything intimate or anything more. I'm simply just helping her. And I think that the mom or your girlfriend should understand because it is a child. I mean, everything has to be done in the best interest of the child.
So let me get this straight though. So y'all both mothers, right?
Yeah.
Y'all both mothers. So y'all gonna look me in the eye and tell me right now that flip the script, y'all are okay with your baby father paying for another woman's thing while they with y'all?
Yes.
Yeah. I would
Yes. Honestly.
I would not want to.
Okay, so
as
I'll
long
say
as we
this.
can afford it.
I'll say this. So my son dad had a child, and I was the one that was like, okay, go get the baby. Bring the baby over here. Why are you complaining if she say buy Pampers? You made that child with her. You're supposed to pay for the stop complaining about what you have to do for that child. I was all for it because for one, that child didn't have to come into this world, period. And I feel like the kids always suffer when the parents are being ignorant.
Yep.
The way I grew up and my background and the way it is, like, yes, take care of your responsibilities, period. If she needs money for Pampers, she needs money for sports, she needs money for this or that or whatever, yes, you need to do it. You need to take care of it. Because I guarantee you, if that baby come over to our house and we have to take care of the baby, it's gonna come out our pockets more. It's gonna come out your pocket more.
Correct.
Period. Now, to your point, I do understand the stability, and because we're all in the finance business and world, yes, let's help you get you on your feet. Because no, I'm not expecting my man to pay her rent or her bills for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Let's figure something out. If you're not willing to accept the help in getting you on your feet so you can manage to pay this, then give me my child.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Rod, go get the kid. We just
now you're making sense.
I love
Before
that.
y'all wasn't saying nothing.
I love that. It's because the way you stated is if you're more so pointing out the fact that she's unfit rather than focusing on the situation of how to help her. It's not a matter of being unfit all the time. It's just sometimes life happens. Life gets to life.
No, co-parenting is a real thing, and I'm not disagreeing. You got to co-parent and help each other out.
You can't be judging.
But yes, nobody was judging. But what you said was it's okay for another dude to pay another person's bills for extended amount of time without putting a time limit. Y'all didn't put a time limit on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
think what it is too, and I'm gonna get because there's some comments here too. It's a good gesture, but it shouldn't be an obligation. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think that naturally, any good father is going to make sure that he has his the best interest at heart for his children.
Yeah.
So if something like that was to happen, the his baby mother is going to be an extension of that, because he knows if she's messed up to a degree, the kid is gonna be messed up, right? And so I know that, to Rod's point, it could only go but so far.
Right.
It can't go on forever, you know. But and that has to be a real conversation, and it has to be a deadline. Okay, I'm gonna take care. We're gonna do this for maybe a month or two. After that we have to find out what's happening. Like you said, most of the time there's family there. There's times where there's not family there. What if there is no family there, right? What happens in that situation?
Yeah.
Then, you know, there has to be some type of alternative. It can't keep continuing, because now the alternate home that I've built with my significant other at this point is gonna be, now you're messing with what's going on in my kingdom.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's not gonna be fair based off of your circumstance financially. You understand what I'm saying? So, but naturally, like I said, you know,
Well, now I
take
want
care
to
of
know
Yeah.
what got you the other family. Because now I've been because now that changes things. If you left me, yeah, you should pay my rent, because you left. You decided to leave.
Here we go.
Like-
Here we go.
See,
Oh,
now-
man.
Hold on.
I mean, you.
Now you being selfish. Now you want to know what she got that you don't have. And the
Because
script
wait a
changed.
minute, you left. I didn't ask to pay these bills by myself, right?
Go ahead, Brian. We got
But
Brian
now,
with
what
every
did you
shape.
do that you deserve to be left?
What if I did nothing?
nonsense.
What if you didn't? What if you didn't realize your mistakes?
That's true. That's true. That's true. I guess it depends on how you leave.
Or what the situation was,
It depends on how you leave.
and what the situation was.
Okay.
You know, there's
All
levels to it. There's
Okay.
There's different scenarios. It's different.
Right.
You know, it all depends. It can be him. It could be you, or you both got tired of each other, and next thing you know, like, I need something different.
That's true. That's true.
That's
But that's how a lot of men.
Yeah,
That's how a lot of men end up on child support. You.
No. A lot of men land on child support because of being irresponsible,
True.
or
Yeah.
not, or a selfish woman that wants to get you for every penny.
That's true. There's a lot of those.
So it all depends.
And that's
like,
that woman scorned.
Yeah,
Girl,
that's
right
what
there.
I
You
never
know.
leave.
Pick up everything.
and that woman pride. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We do have a couple of comments, so I'm gonna go back because Luce did have a response to the question about the double life. She said, "I think as long as my partner is communicating with me on what they are doing to this is for what we're talking about, to provide for their child, and as long as it is not impacting the financial security of our home." Ideally, when you have a child, it is with someone that you have chosen to build
Yes.
your life and home with. Yes, amen.
Yes.
Yes.
Just to
I agree with that, Luce.
add to that, just a little bit. That's important when you're getting into a relationship with someone who already has children,
Mhm.
because financial circumstances do happen, and that's not going to be on the first date conversation. But eventually, at some point, that has to be a conversation, because when that does happen, how is the other person going to take it? How are they going to, and that's a good test, though. It's a good filter. So it's a good thing when these things happen, because especially me as a man, I don't have any children, but I know if I did and I didn't work on my baby mother and I got another lady, right? If my child needed me and you were giving me a headache on how I should conduct what happened prior to you, as long as it doesn't affect you, it shouldn't matter. And it would affect you to a degree. But as long as I'm still taking care of my responsibilities, then you shouldn't feel no type of way about it. Why? Because that's still a part of me prior to you. This is my life before you, but this is still my life. So you should, as the woman, want to make sure that we take care of this together if we're a unit. So for her, back to that video, obviously she was a little emotional about it, but it's more about, listen, if you my girl, and I'm telling you, my baby mother's in a situation that affects my kid, what you should be asking me is, what can we do to help?
That's
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's what I
And
felt.
those-
That was my.
I think that should be established at the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
you're
absolutely.
dating, the person you're dating should know the relationship you have with your baby. And I'm gonna be honest, I ask those questions, especially if I date a guy who has a child that's like under 10.
Mhm.
What's your relationship with the baby mother?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
But
a good
I think that should be established, that communication.
Mhm.
In that video, it was almost as if she knew but still stayed with him and didn't agree with it. You
Right,
know,
right.
the way the conversation. I mean, we don't know the beginning. They
Mhm.
cut the videos just for you to see specifically that. We don't know what was said before or after.
Right.
You know, but that open communication should be there. Like I should know that. You know, do you have kids? Yes, I have kids. How's your relationship with your baby mother?
Mhm.
I've asked that a couple of times to people that I've dated, like
Mm.
because I want to know. You need to know if that person has a good relationship with them, or
Mhm.
if it's drama.
Right.
So you can choose to move forward with this guy. Be like, oh, is this something you're going to deal with? Especially if it's a little kid, somebody like 5.
Right.
You know, like there's still some attachments there.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that everything goes back to communication, and that's what
Mhm.
we lack. A lot of people in any relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, friendships,
Mhm.
whatever ships, it's the communication.
That's right.
But then that kind of goes back to the double life.
Yeah.
Why are you
Mhm.
not sharing this information?
Mhm.
What, you know?
Yeah. Why you keeping it a secret?
Why you
Or
keeping
maybe
it
you
a
feel like
secret?
you have to keep it
Another thing is that we're not looking at. We're talking about is the generation we're in.
That's
Mm.
true. That's true.
So the generation that we're in today
Mhm.
validates what our future is going to look like.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true. That's true. That's
So
true.
if you
Yeah.
think about it, back in the day, we worked things out.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
talked it over.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, now we're looking at our neighbor, what they're going through.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, we're like, well, she can do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you
right,
right.
you're right
Yeah.
about it. You're right
So-
about it.
Then you're looking at the perspective of like, okay, he's taking care of her. Doing, she got 2 baby daddies. She's getting 2 baby daddies.
No, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Like, that's 2 different incomes.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's real.
Yeah,
It's a business.
yeah,
He
yeah.
can help. He can afford to help me.
Yeah. You can afford it.
He own a barber shop.
That part.
So you know, so there's a lot of
Somebody paying
things.
the light.
So there's a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things that we don't look at that we're like, oh, but it was his fault. No, you're looking at what Miss and Mister are doing on the other side, but you're not looking at what we're in and
True.
how we can figure it out and get back together and move on with it.
Yeah.
Now we got social media motivating us to separate.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
It's
It's
true.
true.
Don't have no more kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
Before it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it's 2.
Yeah.
That's that max.
That's true. though. It's gonna cut down.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's gonna cut
So
down.
now
You know
you're
what I
like,
mean?
nah, man, I gotta strap it up because I can't go for a third.
No, but it's real. And I'm glad you said that, because now if you think about it, if the average is about 2 kids, right? A lot of it is because of financial reasons too.
Mhm.
The way the world is.
Mhm.
So then, even the way Shorty felt about it, and about that conversation of why is the guy even doing this?
Mhm.
It's because of finance when it boils down to it.
Right.
For the most part, obviously there's still morale to it too, but because the average person doesn't just have it like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So when that comes up, that's part. Now it's dipping into maybe their emergency fund.
Right.
Now it's dipping into their savings,
Mhm.
something that they didn't plan on.
Mhm.
So now he has to, go above and beyond to right the wrongs of something that he had absolutely nothing to do with. But because it's his kid, he obviously feels obligated to do so. So a part of her anger is based off maybe their financial stance where they at the
Right.
moment. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 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 And to your point, when you were just talking about strapping it up and
Mhm.
not having so many children, it's true.
Mhm.
Because I think that's the reason why a lot of our men, especially in our culture, are so tied down financially because they have so many children with so many different women, and they're paying child support, and they're backed up. They can't even get out, travel out the country. It's like it's really hard on our community, especially of men. It really keeps them back or holds them back from really leveling up financially. Because when you have child support, I mean, it affects you in so many different ways.
Right.
Even with buying real estate, credit, traveling, it's just a big headache. So if you can try to avoid just being irresponsible when it comes to having multiple children with multiple different women, then that's definitely something you should be, take precaution of.
But another thing is too that you have some men that are insecure,
True.
and they feel that the only way to get back at them is financially.
That's
So
true.
you know what? I ain't giving her nothing. Why? She played me.
Yeah.
But no, be a little stronger than that. Give her everything she needs.
Right.
Move on. Show her that you moved on and you could do better.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's not about falling. It's how high you can come back up.
That's right.
No, I like
That's
that.
right.
I like that.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
I just want to say something else on the women's side. So kind of going back to the man taking care of the baby mother. The baby mother who's no longer with that father, you got to look at it from her point too, especially if he's dating a woman who has a child before he got with her. They don't. So she's looking at it like,
true.
okay, you're taking care of that other woman's child.
Right.
So you need to make sure you taking care of mine. Because if you do think about it at the end of the day, when you're living with someone and they have a kid, they do get more. That means that's more time with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
More time you spending with them in that household. Yes, they're gonna get the little extra stuff that's there. If y'all go out to dinner or he wants a toy, he or she wants a toy or something, it does look like to the baby mother that child is being taken care of more than your child who's
That's true.
Now let me ask you this. Now, what about if you're taking care of your kids more than the woman that you're with, her kid?
Wait, say that again.
If you're taking care of your kids more than your stepson, than your stepkids, if you're showing more love and support to your own kids and not the same love and support to your stepchild,
then that's on the woman that's being dated. That's on them because first of all, if I come as a package deal, if you're gonna date me, you taking on me and my child. You can't just date me and not. It's a package deal.
That's right.
But what would that bother you more that he's buying them 2 pairs of sneakers and he's buying yours 1 pair?
Me personally, I will speak for myself. No, because I grew up where I'm the woman. I need to make sure my child is taken care of. I've been in relationships where I've dated the boyfriends and they never done anything for my child. But I wasn't expecting that from them. That wasn't my expectancy of them. I'm going to take care of mine regardless.
Right.
Whether that father's in the picture or not, and it's a village. I have family that would help.
Yeah.
So me personally, for myself, no, I wouldn't feel no type of way because my child is going to have.
I mean, do you
Kids would.
Do you think that?
Say that.
Do you think that women feel a type of way when Do you think that women feel a type of way? To like a follow-up question. Do women feel a type of way when a man is taking care of his own, but not taking care of yours like equally? Do y'all like really feel? I know you said what about like if the average woman do you think that they would feel a type of way? If both families merge together like the Brady Bunch, and the man brought in 3 or 4, she has 3 or 4, but he's solely like playing favoritism to his own versus equally for all the children.
Yeah.
And the kids is not his.
And the kid is not his.
It depending on that woman, she probably would feel some type of way.
She would.
She definitely would.
Yeah.
Because I love you as my man, and I expect you. If we're doing this long term and we live together, then we already took on each other's families. So yes, I would want you to take care of mine too. Like they would feel some type of way. I think they would. It sounds contradicting because of what I just said, but that's we talking about 3 and 1. I only had one son.
Right.
Now going back to you said you come with the whole full package, right? With the kid and everything. As a man, I come with the whole full package. I have to show the same love that I show my kids, your kids, because now technically he's like my kid.
That's
right,
right.
Yeah.
right.
So,
Right.
you know, I want to be there for him just as much as I'm there for mine,
Mhm.
because I don't want to have him left out as in like, oh, I'm not treated equally.
Right.
I don't get the same treatment as they do.
Right.
So, you know, I don't want to leave him left out, because if I leave him left out, then he's going to notice that I have more love for them than that I have for him.
That's true.
Right.
So,
That's
right.
deep.
So I mean, to go off what you said, I guess my question is for women in that situation, like how do you even handle that in that situation? Because a lot of times, you know, now back to the point of double life, like if that person is not treating that kid the right way, like are you staying? Like, are you allowing that behavior to happen? Like, continue on?
No, a conversation needs to be had because not only is it affecting me, it's affecting that child because that child sees that man is taking care of the other kids more. Kids are not, even somebody as young as Aria, like she sees that, they feel that energy.
Mhm.
And even if we try to hide it and not express it in front of that child,
Yeah.
our children has that, it's just that bond with us. So when the mom is out of place in disorder, the kids feel that without it verbally being said.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, we're all having an adult conversation. I love it because we all sound like real educated, but let's be honest, like it doesn't flow as smooth as we talking right now.
It doesn't.
in real situations. So what do you do as a woman in that situation where the communication's not there? And what, like for men, let me ask you two, like what are y'all doing in that situation where your significant other is not mature enough to handle those conversations? She does have insecurities because of her past traumas and the way she was brought up. Like, how do you even handle that, being that you're trying to take care of both kids? And she's like, nah, I don't care. Why are you doing so much for them and X, Y, Z? How do y'all handle that as men?
We give 3 strikes.
You said the comments. Okay.
Wow. That was quick. Okay.
That was premeditated. He was just ready. Ready to get this one out of here.
We give 3 strikes.
Okay.
Wait, that's 1.
Yeah.
That's 2. 3rd, we're gonna sit down and talk. All right, listen, we gotta figure something out.
Right.
Because if not, this is not gonna work, and I got too much going on. And either you're gonna deal with it, work with me with it, or we're gonna have to move on and go our separate ways and figure it out in life.
I like that answer, but also, does that contribute to living a double life? Because if you're a dude and she
Now,
can't
going back-
handle that,
now,
and now she got to do her thing.
Now going
you know?
back to the double life, there's levels to it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, we have lower class, upper class.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Ghetto double life.
We have, you know, we have lower, middle, however you want to put it.
Right.
Which one you want to start with?
You ain't lying.
We got
Let's start.
Ghetto double
Let's
life.
start. Let's start together.
Let's start with the
Let's start it together.
we have a comment. So I'll
There's
go
levels
back
to this.
I'll
It
go
is.
back to Tawana. She commented on something we said earlier when she said, I'm all about helping, but I would need to know why and how you got here. We need a game plan because I still have my own to take care of. Conversation is a must.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lene said, honestly, for me, I give so many chances. And after a while, I'm like, I'll do for me and my crew. If he there, fine. If not, whatever. So that's kind of like me, what Lene just responded because
they need the 3 strike rule.
And I guess, and again, like if I think back to, and I figure I pick up that pattern because I look at my mom as a single mom. If I can go think back into the guys that she has dated, my mom has just always made sure I was provided for.
Right.
Like I never looked at it as them providing for me together. My mom just made sure, okay, this is my baby. She's gonna have this. I always seen it come out of my mom's pocket. And I don't know what happened behind closed doors. If he did give those conversations, wasn't taken, in front of me. But that's kind of like how I did with my son as a single mom, one child. I'm an only child. He's an only child. So, outside of his father, I was with his father for 10 years straight. And then after that, I think maybe 2 longevity relationships, but wasn't living in the same household together.
Right.
They lived in their house. So that was even a major thing because he's in a household with me. The boyfriend isn't living with me. So I'm making sure my child is taken care of.
Right.
But that goes back to, look, my mom raised 3 boys by herself. made me a better man than I am a better father. Why? Because I didn't want my son, my kids to go through what I went through growing up.
Mhm.
So no matter what the scenario situation was, I'm gonna make sure that I'm there for him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna
Right.
make sure I take care of mine because I don't want him to go through or she to go through what I went through growing up
Right.
without parents living together.
Right.
And you come to think about it, the kids actually live the double life.
Yeah,
It's
the kids are the
kids that
most
actually live the
affected.
double
Yeah,
life.
Mm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm saying?
it's our fault as human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then the parents not only have to take responsibility, but got to go extra harder to make sure that level of comfortability, because it's uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you have to have a stepfather or a stepmother, that's not your mother, that's not your father, but you have to still respect them as such.
Mhm.
And then vice versa. Now you got kids that's not your own. Now you got to love and care and cherish them as if they were your own.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because of the love that you have for that other person.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that, there's double lives, not just in the man and the woman, not just in the children, but also the different dynamics of the stepfather, stepmother to the children.
Mhm.
There's double lives everywhere. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. This
I'm gonna get some more
Yeah.
comments.
and
too.
then
Go ahead, Chief.
you're kind of like spread out thin too when you live in a double life because you got money over here in this house, you got
Yep,
money over
yep.
here in this
Mhm.
house. You know,
So
it's like-
go ahead, Chief.
it's very expensive.
Yeah, no, it's definitely expensive. Some of the comments I got, so I got Judy, shout out to Judy. It's best to help the other parent out because of the child. People sometimes fall on hard times. Remember that it can happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, karma. You're right. He says some women still have feelings for the ex that they will use a child to make trouble for the new girlfriend.
Absolutely.
And
That
the
is
ex,
true.
that's a big one.
Uh-huh.
I speak from
That is
experience.
true.
Yeah. Kia said good night. What up, Kia? Mario said,
What up,
sounds like
Kia?
y'all putting it on a woman.
What
Friend of
up,
mine
Kia?
dating a dude with 4 baby mamas and he only makes around $65K annually. We ain't talking about the numbers. He ain't lying right there though.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Penny said if I had a child, I'd feel the same way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean those are some good top points though, honestly.
Right.
I mean, when it comes down to it, what
No,
do you do in that
that's true.
situation when the other side makes trouble? Because that is like a real thing.
That
Right.
is true.
You know?
That is true. And then for you ladies, like, think about like, would you pick up a man like in that situation who's only making $50,000 a year, 4 different baby mothers, 4 different babies, and a possible? Are you getting
spades
yourself?
over there?
That's what I'm saying.
How many books you got? I got 4.
Yeah, that do
Yo.
Would you get yourself involved in such a situation? That would be crazy.
And you know what the crazy part is? A lot of women will still do it.
Exactly.
They will
Absolutely.
still do it.
That's
Right?
nuts.
They will still do it. And it's
Unfortunately,
crazy.
you
but
guys
they'll
are
do it.
right.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they'll do it. So what is the answer, ladies? Why do y'all do that?
What's
Don't
that?
say why.
No, why do we?
Listen.
Don't
Yeah.
No.
Don't do
We
that.
talking about
How
the
would you?
public.
How would you reply to that?
Exactly. There we go. I like Brian. There we go.
No, that's not happening.
I don't know, because listen, I'm telling y'all, it's like an application process with me these days. I'm telling y'all, it's like 21 questions for me before we even get into the second. I'm sorry, it's just dating these days is just different. It's different, like you said, the generations and
Listen, this generation's so messed up. Now we have, for example, we have a dating app. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna mention which one, whatever.
You don't get cut out there. Which one?
Good man.
You gonna go in there
We have nights, right? Where, like, we have women, right? They're like, I'm hungry. Yeah, go on that one day. I feel like eating fried eggs.
oh
and poof on the guy afterwards. Like, yeah.
Yo, females,
Yeah. Yeah.
let me tell you, I grew up
I
in
need
a
a date night.
generation.
I need a date night for a free meal today.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah, women go on dates because they hungry.
Yeah.
They don't like you like that.
Yeah.
They don't like you like that.
No.
Tiana,
That's
I
wild.
don't know. That is wild. That is wild.
They go on the meal. That's it.
I don't know.
What, seafood boil?
Yeah. You want crab legs?
King
my
crab.
God.
King crab.
Oh,
It's my
That's
style.
why women. That's why women are the Steve Oysters.
It's my Steve
That's why
Oysters.
women are the queens of the double life.
Wow.
If
You
you
know what I'm saying?
want to do a double life and go on a date with them, take her to Fridays. They got the special. 2 for 32 with the appetizer.
So
It's good
Lene,
time.
Less than 100.
Lene has the answer to your question, Tiana. She
Mhm.
says to answer her question, yes. True story. I just had a newborn and all her siblings are adults. Would you consider that different because of the age gap?
Yes, I would consider that different because they're older. I just hope he got some money. But yes, that's different. That's different.
She checked his credit score.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, exactly.
One of my FICO real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you're
I
more
have a question for the men.
800?
You guys have comments you want to read before I ask the question?
No, like
Okay, so this is for the men.
Mhm.
If your kid's mom had a guy, a boyfriend, or a husband
Mhm.
that takes care of your child as if it was his own, financially, in like as a provider, in socially, in all of that, do you still feel obligated to support that child as if that mom didn't have a man in her life?
I'll buy him a gift.
Mm.
I'll high five the guy, buy him a gift. Because if I don't got it, he got it.
There we go.
That's a fact. I mean, the ego don't got to be in the way.
He gonna
Yeah,
gotta
no,
be
It takes a village to raise a child.
I
Right?
might scratch my neck.
Now, here's the thing. Now, I think
So why we can't feel like that about the men? If I ain't got it, he got it.
Because women are so sensitive that they get their ego taken out.
Yes, exactly.
Y'all listen.
What's up? They know
Coming for everything.
everything.
Everything. Oh, he lucky he don't got Facebook.
Oh my God.
Gosh. So you were gonna say, Kay?
Yeah. So, no, I think I don't think there's a problem with that. If anything, now the kid has more of abundance. I think it's just a better communication from me, baby moms, and the new guy. So man to man, I'm gonna have a conversation with him. To be honest with you, I'm gonna have a conversation with him.
And say what? Thank you.
See, look. Let me step in. You should have no conversation.
No. Here's the reason why I'm gonna have a conversation with him. It don't gotta be nothing crazy, right? But at the end of the day, he took on a position to take care of my family.
Absolutely.
So I have to have that conversation.
You gotta give him
Yeah,
respect.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And it's a respect it. as a
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Outside of that, no, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, buy him whatever but he gotta earn it too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Don't just be buying kids stuff just to buy it because you know what I'm saying? But to the point, yes, I'm okay with that because it takes a village to raise a child anyway. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You know?
But then going back to his levels to it.
Yeah.
If you take my son to some random barber,
Okay.
knowing that I take him to get his haircuts because I like how he wants his haircut.
That's
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
good.
I'm
Got
gonna
you.
feel disrespected.
Now that's the woman's fault.
Oh my God.
That's the woman's fault. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why.
There, I'm beefing with you
Oh my
because
God.
my son got chipped up.
Yeah, that's the woman's fault though. That's the woman's fault. Because if I'm stepdad, right? And
And you picky with your son with his haircuts.
correct. Okay, so let's use a scenario, right? You I'm stepdad. I'm taking your son to go get a haircut, right? But if I already know that you take your son to get your haircut, there's no reason for me to do that unless it's an emergency or unless something circumstance.
Correct.
Even with that being said, I'm gonna take little man to get his cut.
Mhm.
Where do you take him?
Yeah.
Where do you take them?
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah. You'll call him.
Communication.
You'll call or text him. Yo, tell him like, text him here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Communication.
That's all
You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like back to Twan's point earlier, it's all about communication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this double life that we live in with families and relationships, it always boils down to it.
Yeah.
The reality of the situation is the egos always supersede what really should be done, which is a simple conversation. I don't gotta talk to him. Who this guy?
Right.
I'm gonna ask him nothing. I'm gonna ask you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where it stems from. And then as a consequence, now there's problems. I don't know if you ever seen the video where there was a dude, and ironically, it happened in the barbershop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought it up. Exactly why I brought it up.
In the barbershop, and homie was like bugging out.
Yeah, he's like, that's not your son. That's my son.
He was bugging out. And then homie had to call the baby mother on the phone and everything like that. And it was just, it got crazy. And I'm like, like he was ready to fight him.
Yeah.
No,
Let me ask you this. Now, what if the guy buys him some Foreman Mills clothing line or some Walmart clothing line, and used to you as a man, as a father, are used to giving him name brands?
I mean,
Good one.
that's a tough one because that one is like, you know what I mean? Like,
How is he gonna take it?
Who the
son
actual
or
father?
The father.
Right.
I mean, honestly, for me, that'd be a little weird. But at the same time, I think I would let him rock if it's good intentions.
Right.
Now, if the dude is doing it because he just can't financially afford it, and that's what it is,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You know what I
But see,
mean?
not everybody reacts like that.
No, yeah, I'm sure. You know what I mean? But that's a big thing.
That
though,
goes back to who are you talking? Like, you got to know the person that you're connected with and trying to build a life with from the original person that you built a life with, because your maturity is not going to be the average person's maturity. So something to that caliber would be a problem for a lot of people. But these are the conversations that we now have with people. You get what I'm saying? And this is super, super important why we have them. You know, any more comments that we got?
I don't have any more comments.
I mean, I guess my question is it safe to say we all having double lives so nobody want to communicate?
Right.
Okay.
True. Yeah, I think that's.
And I think it's also safe to say that women live double lives too as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just want to throw that in there.
Let this podcast go without
I just want to throw that in there.
No matter how you
Type in
put
the
it,
chat who you think lives
we're all
better
equally the
lives.
same.
Or double
We're all
lives, I should
right.
say. Is it
We're all
women
spirits
or is it
walking
men?
in different
Who is
bodies.
it?
You know, it's just everybody has their own opinion, their own way of living life or handling situations, or however you put it. But we all live in a double life with this generation.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But not lying about that.
The question still goes unanswered. Who lives more of a double life?
Who lives
Women
more?
or men?
Put it like this: we can't be selfish.
You dancing, Brian. You losing weight right now. You dancing.
Nah,
Yeah,
to be direct, ask your question. I'm sorry.
How do you men feel about a woman living a double life? Would you date a woman who's like you're the double life?
Only feels Oprah.
That's
it.
What about you, Red? Would
No,
you date?
I mean, nah. Truth be told,
Would you
like,
be the side piece?
be honest with you, like women live more double lives because again, y'all just naturally have more options. Whether you choose to exercise it or not, that's your choice. But generally speaking, women actually live more double lives because you have different men in your life doing different things at different times. Whereas men, we're very simple. We don't live a double life because we may want to get a little something on the side and call it a day. Y'all live a double life. You actually have categories for men to do different things.
Right.
And if we being honest, y'all say it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, y'all do it way better than us. Y'all smooth with it. Us,
Right.
you just said it earlier on. We just got to put in a different name in the phone. Like
Right.
y'all been on that long time ago.
So is it safe to say men are better side pieces than women?
Whoa.
Men are better side pieces.
Okay,
than women.
that's what I
Whoa.
took from them conversations.
Who lives a better double life? No. We can't say women live a better double life than men do. Women do better because they're leaving to the grave with.
Yeah.
Men wait 48 hours and they bragging about that shit like, yo, they holding a sign. Like,
So Russ says women live more double lives than men do.
that's
I
for
agree,
sure.
Terrell.
I
Thank you.
agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because a woman will get up and wake up in her routine and
Mhm.
even sleep with the guy before she go sleep with the other guy, or come back home and sleep with you just so you don't think that I slept with somebody else.
Matter of fact,
Wow,
it's
that's
crazy.
deep.
You know what
That's deep.
That's
Or
deep.
the man will do it to the woman so she don't think, even if she's sleeping. After I just got a quickie, try to wake her up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, I'm tired. Wake up in the morning, she gonna be like, he ain't even getting it. He was trying to get some last night.
Listen, you know what? You ain't lying. I mean, you ain't lying. I mean, quick story. I dated somebody.
Not a story.
Story time.
So,
Like, that's it.
Well,
Yeah,
once
take
upon
a
a
sip.
time. This is
Whoa.
way back.
Eons ago.
Eons ago. Eons ago.
Okay, let's
That y'all
clarify
live-
that.
Yeah, let's make that clear.
You know what I mean? That y'all live a double life. You know, I was talking to somebody. She was telling me, like, she was like, "Hey, you know, I was dating somebody. I was with him, but I really didn't like him that much, but I was still with him."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, you know, she's talked to another dude, and she lived a double life so crazy. She went outside barefoot and had the other dude pull up, slept with him in the car, and came back in the house like it was normal."
That's
Now, I'm
Oh,
just saying.
wow. That's a bit much.
Yeah. After that was over, though. Like, I had no respect for it at that time. But you know, it was in the past. But I couldn't let that one go. But the point is, though, like I said, women just have more options, and they're just more smooth with it.
I ain't gonna lie,
We
bro.
just simple.
I had a situation where I was home cooking, feeding, shower, baby, sleep. I'm gonna go smoke real quick. I'll be right back. Went around, took it to the nearest by parking lot, and then came back upstairs, took a shower, and then woke up. Let's go for I'm tired.
Oh my God.
Reverse psychology.
The next day, she ain't even gonna think about that you were sleeping with somebody else because you was in her mind. She waking up to, nah, he ain't getting up for no.
I ain't that advanced.
Y'all hear that?
So,
Y'all
I got
better
more
take
comments.
notes.
So men are better side pieces. And this shout out to Chris. Men are better side pieces.
Hold on, Chris said this?
Yeah. This
That's
is
a dude?
Chris, bro. What you doing?
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah,
Chris.
It's Chris.
I'm gonna call you after this,
Hold on,
Chris.
let me read the comment. Let me read the comment.
Alright.
Let me read the comment.
Go ahead.
So men are better side pieces. They're not gonna have a man-to-man converse. We give your husband a pound and going about our business. No, that is true. I see what he means from that perspective. So because we're less emotional,
Mhm.
right? We can do it in a sense better. But because men are we're repetitive, like we're simple creatures, so we're creatures of habit.
Mhm.
So it's easier for men to do it.
Mhm.
But I feel like women are still better at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's easier for a man to do because, like I said, the man, he has complete control of the situation. And when you control the situation, you know how to move the chess pieces.
Mhm.
You know, but when it comes to women living a double life, like you said, Rob, because they have more options, they won't exercise the options, but they have more options.
Mhm.
So they would still, how can I say it? They would still do it. They're more smooth with it, like you said. That's I would say they're more smooth. They're, a man like we do too much.
Yeah.
We do too much to where we'll get caught quick.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, we'll get caught quick. I had to be James Bond back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell no
Somebody
stories.
said that in the
but-
comments, James Bond.
Yeah. I used to be James Bond back in the
Think
day,
agent said
right?
that.
But it requires work though.
Yeah, you gotta think and overthink.
Oh, you gotta be super on
Plus, it
point.
costs you guys to be side.
Listen,
Actually, we
have
didn't
a side.
finance.
Listen,
It
I
don't
love
cost
it does,
us to
and it-
have a side.
ah,
Yo, we didn't
Like,
even
no
get into
point.
that tonight. We did not
Yeah,
get into that tonight.
you're gonna spend.
The
You have a
truth
side.
is-
7:59.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 7. We got a couple more minutes though. But
yeah.
so this is a good point though.
Yeah,
Because the
it
truth is, like, we're in finances too. That's what we're about. And the truth is, for men, it's financially irresponsible to
Correct.
live a double life.
Mhm.
Truthfully, y'all women, y'all get the benefit.
That's what I'm
Right.
You know what I
saying.
mean? It
Yeah.
don't cost y'all no
It don't
money
cost
because
nothing.
dudes is paying for
It's
little stuff
actually
here and there.
it's actually like a bonus.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, living a double life, living a double life lands on is how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
True. Not what you do.
Not what you do.
What I think though, I think times change though. I think times change because you gotta realize we live in an age to where technology is at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Ain't no more beepers.
you know, you're right. So we at the point where you gotta go even harder to pull that off because
it's hard. Man.
I'm getting tracked right now. I can be tracked right
Yes,
now.
it's hard to live a double
You get what I'm
life as
saying?
a man. Yeah, absolutely.
I
To
would
really
teach you,
be
but I don't-
smooth and James Bond with it, you know, you gotta have 2 phones, you gotta do extra stuff, and even then it's still like, you know. But I think that when it comes to living a double life now in today's time,
It's too
right?
hard.
It's not even worth it.
No, it's
like
not.
because you know why? Because the reason why people live double lives is because you know they're too scared to live their truth.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the reality of it, right? And most people are not living double lives now because they just being honest with the person. Listen, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. And are you with it? No, okay.
There's a lot of transparency these days.
Correct.
There is.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is kind of going to bring us to our next topic, which is polygamy.
That's where I was going from. But that's where I was going from. Like, listen, unless you live in a polygamy lifestyle,
Next week.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? That's the
Next
topic.
week.
Y'all.
Monday.
He can't wait.
Polygamy.
He can't
Make sure
wait.
y'all here.
Versus monogamy.
Make sure y'all here.
this is where you get who lives a better life, polygamy or
Yeah,
regular.
The next
Yes.
topic.
Y'all is crazy.
I
Y'all
don't know if
like
y'all
drama. Y'all like drama. I see it.
Oh yeah. No problem.
Not next week, the week after.
We got that. So we going to the church next week.
So
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Sorry,
my
we gotta
bad.
change
Yes.
we'll be
Oh,
on
we gotta go holy a little bit.
That's what we get.
Bishop be the prayer over.
Sex is good.
So next-
The wine is good. The bread is good.
But definitely, we thank everybody for tuning in. Still
Yes.
comment on the replay. Just let us know your thoughts, your feedback. You know, I want to thank Brian here. We're at Urban Shade.
Yes.
We're at
Yes.
Urban Shade, 407
Thank
Park
you.
Ave, Scotch Plains.
Mm-hmm.
You're more than welcome to come. Get your job right done.
Rate my haircut. I just got lined up before the show started. Rate my haircut. This trash gonna come out. I'm joking.
Let me know so I can.
Every Monday at 7 p.m. guys, make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you watch that replay, share out this live. Also, October 19th, we are still having our mixer event at the Real Office in Elmont, New York. What's the 1717 Hempstead Ave?
Hempstead Turnpike.
Hempstead Turnpike
Mhm.
in Elmont, New York. Make sure you guys come out. You know, it's our finance and fun event that we're doing out in Elmont. Come out, have a good time. Bring your family, bring your friends. You're gonna get some great information. You're gonna get some food. You're gonna get some drinks. You're gonna have a good time. So make sure you bring your family out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any more up and coming events that we have going on?
No, that's it for right
No,
now as
that's
far
it.
as main event. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
That was good.
Tired of sweeping, scrubbing, and mopping floors. Looking at my check, shaking my head like and shit's waiting tables and shit's waiting tables and shit. Why the heck I'm still waiting tables and waiting tables?